Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we're going to be talking all about hair types, hair textures, hair density, strand density, and all of the above. So in today's video I'm pretty much just going to be going over the simplest way for you to figure out your hair texture or to figure out your hair type. So when referring to your hair texture or your hair type, it doesn't really only necessarily mean your curl pattern. There are tons of other factors that play into your hair type. We're really just going to go over your porosity as well as your strand size and your curl type. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump into the video. So first things first, a lot of people are very concerned about figuring out their curl type or figuring out their curl pattern, or just figuring out how their hair curls or how it holds a curl, everything like that. So the easiest way for you to figure that out is to refer to the curl type chart. And there are 4 categories in the curl type chart. There's going to be the 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s. And each section kind of branches off into a larger subsection under it, so you can kind of get a better understanding of what your curls will look like. What I'm going to do is have a picture of the curl chart included, and you can go ahead and figure out your curl type by there. I would do it with you guys, but my hair is in braids right now, and these are actually some clip-in extensions that I put in, and I have no leave out with these. So let me know if you guys would be interested in seeing a video on how I installed these clip-ins with no leave out whatsoever. So all my hair is still braided up, but I just clipped it in and I did a little fancy footwork in the front to make it look natural. But yeah, that's another video and another topic. But right now we're going to go ahead and tackle your hair type. So a main focus that you would need to have when figuring out your hair type or your hair texture is to really look at the porosity of your hair. And there are tons of ways to figure out how your porosity is, or if you have low porosity hair, high porosity hair, or I believe there's medium, like normal porosity hair as well. So what I'm going to do is include a few bullet points just to show you guys how to figure out your porosity level. And one common way is the water. It's like the water test, water cup test. So all you're going to do for that test is take a strand of your hair, and you're going to take a cup of water, and you're going to drop your strand of hair in the water and see if it floats, see if it sinks, or see if it kind of just levels out in the middle of the water. So if your hair sinks, that means you have high porosity hair. If your hair floats, that means you have low porosity hair. So the importance of finding out the porosity of your hair is just pretty much seeing how your hair absorbs moisture. And if you have high porosity hair, that means it's easy for your hair to absorb. If you have high porosity hair, that means it's easy for your hair to absorb moisture, but it's also hard for it to lock it in. And if you have low porosity hair, that means that the follicles on your hair shafts are very tightly shut, so it's harder for you to get moisture into your hair. But once you do lock the moisture into your hair, it's there to stay for a while. So there are benefits to having high porosity hair and low porosity hair, but it just all depends on what you were born with and what you have. So what I'm going to do is go over a few of the points and ways to moisturize your hair if you have high porosity and low porosity hair. So whether you're implementing the LOC method or the LCO method to your hair, it all completely depends on the porosity of your hair. So if you have high porosity hair, I would highly recommend you trying the LOC method, which is pretty much the leave-in conditioner. Then you're going to apply an oil, then you're going to apply a cream. So what that pretty much is doing is once you apply the leave-in conditioner, you're going to lock it in with the oil. And oil is used to lock in moisture. So you don't want to put oil on your hair first if you are trying to lock in moisture. So you're going to put the leave-in, the oil, and then you're going to go over it with a cream just to add an extra benefit of moisture to your hair. Because like I said, if you have high porosity hair, that means it's easy for your hair to absorb the moisture, but at the same time it's easy for the moisture to leave your hair. So you're going to want to lock it in and then apply an additional layer of moisture just for an added benefit. So if you have low porosity hair, you would definitely want to try the LCO method, which is the leave-in, the cream, and then the oil. And the reason for that is if your hair is low porosity, that means it's really not easy for you to get moisture into your hair follicles and into your hair strands. So what I would highly recommend is you spraying your hair with warm water. It begins to open up your cuticles and it'll make it easy. Am I saying that right? Is it cuticles or follicles? It begins to open up the pores on your hair. So I would highly recommend spraying your hair down with warm water first, or just kind of doing a steam or a shower cap, wetting your hair and then putting a shower cap over it and allowing the natural heats from your scalp to go ahead and penetrate your hair follicles. And by doing that, you're loosening up your hair follicles, loosening up your hair pores, and allowing things to be able to absorb into your hair. So the reason you would apply the leave-in first and then the cream is you would want to put as much moisture in your hair as possible before you lock it in. Contrary to the LOC method, you would want to do the leave-in oil and then conditioner. But with the LCO method for low porosity hair, you're pretty much making as much moisture accessible to your hair as possible, and then you're going to lock it in with the oil. So those are the two main things I would definitely recommend trying for low porosity hair and high porosity hair, based on the LOC method or based on the LCO method. And one of the last points that we're going to be going over is the strand size of your hair. It's very important to know the strand size of your hair because that pretty much tells you how much manipulation your hair can handle. Also, it tells you what type of products work best with your hair. Basically, if you have hair that is of a thicker strand size, it would make more sense to use thicker products or heavier products versus if you have hair that is of a thinner or a more fine strand size, you would definitely want to use products that are less heavy and more light, because you don't want to weigh your hair down if your hair is already thin and light. So it's not going to take very heavy products in order to style or to slick your hair up. So I would definitely recommend looking into the strand size of your hair. So I have yet to figure out if I have high porosity or low porosity hair, but I am going to do the strand test and everything very soon for you guys to show you guys. And I do have a few experiments that I have in mind just to test out the best way for my hair to absorb moisture, because I'm feeling like I have low porosity hair, but at the same time I feel like I have high porosity hair because sometimes my hair dries out really fast. And if your hair dries out really fast, that is a sign that you have high porosity hair, meaning if you were to just wet your hair or just spray your hair and it dried out extremely fast, that's because the moisture is easily absorbed in your hair, but it also escapes very fast. And one trick to figuring out if you have low porosity hair is if you take a water bottle or just a bottle, or you take water, okay, and you spray it on your hair, and if you see water beads on your hair, that means that it wasn't very easy for the water to be absorbed into your hair, which is a sign of low porosity. So having a better understanding of the porosity of your hair, as well as having an understanding of the strand size, the curl type, and the density of your hair, all play a part into what products you need for your hair, as well as what your hair needs to be maintained, moisturized, and well taken care of. So in this video, I just really wanted to touch bases with you guys on the porosity as well as the strand size. I mostly covered the porosity in this video. If you'd like to see a video of me going over more so in-depth things like the strand size as well as the density, let me know. But I also briefly touched on the curl type, but that's pretty much really up to you to figure out what your curl type is, because nobody can really tell you that unless you figure it out and compare it to the pictures. But it's very possible to have the same curl pattern or the curl type as somebody, but your hair may be high porosity and their hair may be low porosity. So the products that they may use may not work for you. So it's always important to figure out what your hair needs specifically and not just go off of what someone else's hair does just because they have the same hair type, or sorry, not even the same hair type, just because they have the same curl type as you. So it's very important to learn your own hair individually and see exactly what your hair needs. So I know this may have been a very short video, but I just wanted to kind of touch bases with you guys and go over those few steps for you guys. I do plan on doing the porosity test on my hair once I take these cornrows out, but they're still in my hair, so I can't really do too much right now as far as figuring out exactly what my curl type, curl pattern, density, and strand size of my hair is. But I do plan on doing a video for that very soon for you guys, and feel free to go ahead and join me when I do my tests and trials to figure out exactly what my hair needs and wants, just to get a better understanding of my own hair personally. So I really do hope this video was helpful for you guys. I hope it kind of opens your eyes and just kind of lets you know that it is a lot more that goes into natural hair than you think. It's a lot more of figuring out what your hair needs and figuring out exactly what type of hair you have, so that you and your hair can live in harmony. So I hope this video was helpful for you guys. Like, comment, subscribe if you have not already. Hit that notification bell if you have not already. I want to say thank you guys so much for watching my channel. I appreciate it so much. You guys do not understand. So thank you guys for watching. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, comment down below. Also, if you made it to this part of the video, I want you guys to comment down below porosity in the comment section. Everybody, if you made it this far, comment porosity. Okay, we commenting that down below. I want to say thank you guys again so much for watching my channel, and I will see you guys next time in my next video. So goodbye.
Hey guys, so I'm trying something new out with my content, so if you made it to the end of this video, you are definitely a trooper, and I thank you guys so much, so much for your comments and your support. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time in my next video. Seems like breathing ain't enough to keep me